Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today what I have for you guys is, of course, a brand new GTA 5 Online video, and today is going to be your weekly update reminder because we are getting very close to the start of the next weekly event here in GTA Online. Of course, as you guys know, those go live on Thursdays. On Wednesdays, we get the early information preview to us from Rockstar, and I make a video on that so you can prepare for everything that you need to know for the upcoming weekly event. But on Tuesdays, I like to do a little bit of a refresher and a reminder so that you don't miss out before the current week wraps up. And especially this week, finally, we have some great discounts for a bunch of different vehicles. I know the week prior, while the money bonuses on the nightclub were really good and we did have the nightclub discount, it was a very light week in terms of vehicle discounts. But not only are the vehicle discounts good for this week, we have some great removed vehicles we need to talk about, some really awesome free vehicles and more, and we're going to be going over it all in today's video. So thank you guys for tuning back in, and let's get started. When it comes to your final reminder for this week's money bonuses, we do have the Assault on ATT 16 adversary mode, the brand new one, which replaced Assault on Cayo Perico. We do have double money and double RP on it. Players are making millions of dollars playing this week. It's actually a pretty fun mode. You do need at least 30 players on here, or I'd say you do need the 30 player cap on here. If you try and play it with like 16 players, for example, it's just not that fun. You do need a full lobby, basically. So if you have a bunch of friend groups to get together to play this, or of course just fill it up with a bunch of randoms or anything like that, it's absolutely worth playing. The money bonus that I've been grinding this week in particular, though, since I play on PC and adversary modes are kind of dead, I've had to play the Assault on ATT 16 mode on console on my PS5. I've really been enjoying the LSA operations, which are also double money and double RP this week. So if you log into your Avenger operations terminal, go to the right and select LSA operations, you have these three: Surgical Strike, Whistleblower, and Direct Action. These are really fun. You make over $100,000 with each and every one of them. Sometimes you make just under 100 grand. But basically, you play on professional difficulty or specialist difficulty. There's a bonus objective which gives you 15,000 extra dollars for the mission completion. That's also doubled, so that's an extra $30,000 you can make. You're making anywhere between $100,000, I would say, to $160,000 for these missions. They take you less than 10 minutes to do. Whistleblower can take 10 to 15 minutes. I don't recommend you farm that one, but Surgical Strike as well as Direct Action, you can both get done with both of these in less than 10 minutes. They're super good for money farming, and like I said, I cover them in my weekly money guide this week. So if you want a fun live gameplay featuring these types of missions, I played through them all so you can see if they're worth it or not. If you want to buy the operations terminal, buy an Avenger in the first place, things like that. We also have double money and RP on the business battles for your nightclub and businesses this week here in game as well, so a couple days left of that bonus as well. When it comes to our vehicle and property discounts this week, I was actually going to start with the vehicles, but let's mention the property discount first. This is arguably the most important. It is 30% off every single hangar in the game. In addition to that, you get 30% off all hangar upgrades and modifications, so whether you get the LSIA locations or what I recommend is the Fort Zancudo ones. I use, which one is this? This is Fort Zancudo Hangar A2. All of the upgrades are going to be 30% off, so that is awesome. You can get your workshop, things like that. But in addition to that, we have some other basically aircraft and military themed vehicle discounts this week. Let's get talking about the boring ones first. We do have the Buckingham Volatus that is going to be 30% off, on sale for $1,606,500. The Buckingham Nimbus is 30% off for $1.33 million. The Nagasaki Buzzard Attack Chopper is going to be $1,225,000 if you would like to purchase that this week. Now, in addition to that, we have some other nice vehicle discounts this week to go over, so let's get talking about those as well. First, the Overflod Entity XXR. This is 30% off, on sale for $1,613,500. The Obey Omnis GT, or EGT, excuse me, is 30% off, on sale for $1.256 million. The Vapid Dominator GTT is 30% off, on sale for $640,500. The Innis Remus is 30% off, on sale for $719,250. And then we also have the BF Club that's on sale for $896,000. I almost forgot, but don't forget about the Ocelot Jugular on Legendary Motorsport, also on sale for $643,125. This one is absolutely worth picking up this week, 100%. You only have a couple days left to try and spin the lucky wheel and unlock this week's podium vehicle, which is the Dinka Jester Classic. Now, of course, with this vehicle as well as the LS Car Meet Prize Ride, which I will be talking about a little bit later on. Of course, I reviewed these in my free vehicles guide for the week, but of course, with this car, it's based off that 4th generation Supra, Toyota Supra that is. It's awesome. You get modern performance with that nice blend of nostalgic design. This is, I would say, most people's favorite Supra generation right here. It's ideal for urban cruising, but you also get great acceleration, good handling, you get some nice control through drifts if you want to initiate them. While the top speed isn't that great, you should definitely, of course, try and unlock it, because all you need to do is spin the lucky wheel. So as always, with these update reminders on Tuesdays, I like to spin the lucky wheel with you guys and see what we can unlock. Now we're going anything good that we can get from this weekly event. We will see. We're gonna get clothing. Wow. Okay, well, nothing special this week either. It is what it is. We got the white LS diamond cap. Don't forget your daily visitor chips over here as well, which we are going to buy. This week's LS Car Meet Series prize ride is the Dubocci Wagner, and what you need to do to unlock this vehicle to complete the prize ride challenge is place top 2 in LS Car Meet Series races for 4 consecutive days in a row. So unless you've already started to chip away at the progress requirements required to unlock this prize ride, you probably don't have enough time to finish it off. But this does have a retail value of $1,535,000 at Legendary Motorsport. This is absolutely 100% without a doubt a top 10 supercar here in GTA Online. It goes 127 miles an hour with its top speed. It's got a super low suspension, so super low center of gravity, amazing stability around corners. It's got some of the most impressive handling I've seen in this game. Not as good as the LM87, but like just about there, especially for this not being an endurance race car. It's just a supercar. It's incredible. The design is really cool. It's based off the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and so I need to claim my prize ride for this week. Hopefully you guys can claim yours as well. Now, as for our 3 LS Car Meet test drive vehicles, these are all removed from the game. Of course, they're featured back here for a limited time. You only have a few days left to unlock them. Let's start off with this one. It's super deceptive. It is the Lampadati Pajali. If you want to buy it, it will cost you $400,000 right here. It's a surprisingly high performance vehicle. It's got great acceleration. You can honestly reach supercar levels of top speed on long straightaways with this car. It's an unassuming car. You know, the handling isn't the best. It's not a supercar, but if you want to like have a sleeper vehicle in terms of top speed, this may be a choice you want to definitely pick up. Next, we have the Pfister Comet SR. I think a lot of players are looking for the standard Pfister Comet to return. This is more of like a race variant. It's great in the sports class. You get enhanced traction, great acceleration, a good top speed of 122 miles an hour, and it definitely has better performance than the standard Comet because it has the race-oriented modifications like some carbon fiber accents, the roof, things like that. It's going to cost you $1,145,000 this week. And then we wrap up with the Emperor ETR1. This is a great vehicle in the supercars class. The design isn't super exceptional. It looks kind of cool in this game. It's kind of based off the Lexus LFA as well as the LFLC Vision Gran Turismo. I would say it's got good performance. Obviously, whether you like it or not, it's a very distinct visual appeal right here. The aesthetics may not suit everyone's taste, but if you want to buy it, it's $2 million. Is it worth a $2 million? Probably not. It doesn't have $2 million worth of performance here, I would say, or the value doesn't match its $2 million price tag, but it is a cool vehicle if you do want to pick it up. Great large spoiler. All of these are collector's items though, that's for sure. Now, here we are at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport, and we have 5 more removed vehicles to go over, and these ones I think will provide you with some decent value here. So let's jump in with definitely an interesting one. This is the Overflod and Morgan starting over here on the left. And this is modeled after the Gumpert Natalie, as well as you get some design elements from the Aston Martin Vulcan with this car. I would say you got great handling because you get high downforce on this car. It's optimal for tracks with twisty turns, of course, if you want to fly around the city with it, etc. The top speed is only 107 miles an hour though, which is pretty disappointing. So it's not a very fast vehicle. It's just quick around the turns because you don't really need to brake. You have a lot of downforce, things like that. It's a niche choice for the sports class. It is going to cost you $2,189,510 this week. I don't think it's worth that money. Next up, we have the Ubermacht SC1. It's got a top speed of 124 miles an hour. It's obviously Rockstar's first version of the BMW i8 that they added to GTA Online. If you want a BMW i8 in the game, don't get this one. Get the Ubermacht Niobe, which is new with the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC. This is going to cost you $1,603,000. I would say, you know, it's got decent acceleration, respectable braking. It's well suited for controlled high-speed driving, but it is, I think, the second slowest supercar in the game, so it's not really worth it. The Niobe, even though it's a sports class vehicle, it blows this car out of the water in terms of performance, and they're supposed to be based off the same vehicle, so keep that in mind. Next, definitely something you want to pick up, the Dinka Jester. It's going to cost you $240,000. It's an all-wheel drive sports car. It's super agile. It's responsive on the track. It's based off that 2015 Acura NSX, and honestly, you get beautiful Japanese styling, functional design, great durability. It's a smooth driving experience on the track, and I think you absolutely should pick up this removed vehicle this week. Next, we have the Volcar Warner. I would say you get impressive acceleration and a top speed for the sedans category with this car, but you have to be careful driving it because the handling is not that great. You'll spin out a lot. The torque is kind of crazy on it. The braking is also pretty nice, as it should be, because it's supposed to be a lightweight car, so the brakes should be effective. But that being said, if you slam into a wall, unless you have armor upgrades, this thing's got some of the worst crash deformation I've seen in the game, or the poorest, I should say, unless you have those armor upgrades. But you might as well try it. It's $120,000 if you want to buy it this week. Then finally, we wrap up with the Dinka Double T. Now, this bike has the highest speed to weight ratio in GTA Online. The street performance, honestly, it may feel a little bit underwhelming, especially if you like the Batty 801 or the Nagasaki Shinobi, bikes like that. You get sharp handling. Of course, the lightweight design is going to make it a great option if you just want a cheap, nimble alternative to other faster bikes in the game. $12,000 this week, so you might as well pick it up. I mean, just throw it in your MC Clubhouse garage or anything like that. At the salvage yard, your robberies this week for the vehicles consist of the following. Of course, our top range vehicle you can see right here. It is the beautiful Pegassi Zaruso. Unfortunately, none of these are claimable this week. I should just mention that. You can steal the Zaruso in the Podium robbery nonetheless, though. Next up, the Ocelot Swinger. This week's mid-range vehicle is featured in the McTony robbery. And then we have the Dinka Conjo, or the Dinka Blista Conjo, I should say. I was about to say the Conjo SJ. It's this week's standard range vehicle featured in the Duggan robbery. Now, here at Luxury Autos, this is where you can actually get that Ubermacht Niobe this week. You know, not that you can't get it off the in-game website, so you can, but if you want this really cool graffiti livery on it, you can get it. If you want to purchase it, you can buy it for $1,905,000 this week. And then in addition to that, we also have the Paragon S with this cool livery that's going to come applied to it. So it's going to cost you a little bit more than what it would cost on the in-game website. If you do want to buy this, it's going to run you $2,032,800 this week. Both of these are DLC vehicles that release with the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC update, so you can get them on the in-game websites. You know, there's no limited time fear of missing out associated with these vehicles. Here at the Gun Van this week, let's check out the stock that you can take advantage of for limited time left. We don't really have that many great opportunities, but nonetheless, we do have the Switchblade that's featured here if you do want to take advantage of it. The interesting thing about this weapon is that there's some variants you can get, like the VIP variant, as well as the Bodyguard variant for the Switchblade. We also have the compact EMP launcher, the homing launcher, the compact grenade launcher, the MG, as well as the Gusenberg Sweeper. Now, when it comes to these, the Gusenberg Sweeper is actually going to be 30% off for all players, so just because it's a weapon in this game, you absolutely need to buy it while it's on discount. And then the MG is also going to be 40% off for players, but not all players. It's specifically for GTA Plus members, so if you are a paying member of that subscription service, don't forget about this discount because it otherwise is going to be sitting here unused by you. When it comes to your final reminder of completing this week's time trial, HSW time trial, and premium race this week, your normal time trial is Del Perro Pier with a par time of 1 minute and 43 seconds. Your HSW time trial is Del Perro Beach to Murrieta Heights. And this week's premium race, if you do want to participate, it is a sign of things to come, and it is locked to the motorcycles class and category. That's everything I want to talk about for today's video, though. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely drop a like if you guys enjoyed today's video or you just found the information helpful and beneficial. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you guys are brand new and want to see more content like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. You can follow me at Hazardous HDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. Like I said, definitely tune back into the channel tomorrow for the next weekly update, news, and information that we have upcoming for GTA Online. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.